Welcome back to Witness Stories. This one I call In the Green Room. So, in my opinion, you are very short-sighted if you think humans are the only intelligent beings with a soul in the visible universe. If humans are in the image of God, then there are very likely aliens in that image as well. In fact, I believe that the word image in this case refers to a consciousness, a pattern of being, not just the physical shape of a body. Maybe they should try and translate that part again, do you think? So this event happened during a waking dream. That is, I woke back up into a dream state one Saturday morning. That is, I went to sleep, then I woke, then, let me start again. I went to sleep Friday night, I woke back up in Saturday morning, but then I went back to sleep, but this time I was in a semi-lucid awareness dream. Then the fun began. This may be scary to some, but for me it was just informative. A few weeks before, I put in what I now call an order, almost like a purchase order. Really, just a request to my guides and angels. I had asked my guides to provide a visitation from a guide such that I could actually see one. But I also had asked if any of my guides are aliens. So apparently those two things got put together. So in this, as usual in this lucid dream state, I appeared to see the bed and room around me, but had no thoughts at all about any subject in any way. I was not even aware that I personally was myself perceiving this. I just perceived that environment. But some type of perception was indeed happening. This is equivalent to a deep meditative state, I would assume. In this case, I was laying on my side, but the room looked like it had a lime green or leaf green walls. No windows or doors were apparent. Just me, the bed, the wood floor, and no sign of my wife, which should have been beside me right there. In some odd way, I had 270 degree vision, as if standing just above my head, looking past my feet. But my perception of self, as I said, was on my side, and I felt like I was right there in bed at that moment. Yet still, no thinking about me as a personality. So laying there in the bed, I lay there for maybe a few minutes as a guess, and then in through the wall beyond my feet came an entity. It was a bipedal humanoid, what we commonly call a gray alien, as known from UFO encounters. He was about 4 to 5 foot tall, but not a super big head. He had black eyes, but not that large of a skull like you were used to, and it was a very thin body. I had no fear or even reaction to this at all. The entity stood for a second or two, and I could feel him build up an intention. He leaned forward, and in the next moment, he had suddenly moved behind my butt, strangely as if the bed wasn't there at all. And he put his shoulder down on my butt and pushed. I could feel my real butt move up 2 inches out of its position in the body, but the physical body butt remained right where it was. It was like a rubber form was distorted and displaced from a mold. So, in this strange situation, oddly, I reacted in the same way I would have if my brothers had played some kind of a trick on me when I was maybe 12. I turned my head towards him and with raised voice yelled, "What? What?" At the same moment, from back behind me where he was, he wrapped his arms around and put his hand 12 inches in front of my face, palm facing me. It was splayed out flat like this, with the middle fingers even with my eyes. The hand, as I remember, the hand, as I remember, was about the size palm as mine, maybe a little smaller. But the fingers were longer, like twice as long. And the first three fingers were even, not like this, but even. And the baby finger was just a little shorter. So as soon as, and when I was looking at the hand, it looked like a cartoon in a way. It was just a gray, but like, you know, normal skin, sort of, with less lines than this. But it was a gray color. But off the edges, almost like a cartoon, there was little leaf, little pointed color, like a yellow cartoon, like radiating energy off of the hand, but just little points like that. And when I saw that, I go, oh! And then I woke up. And this is a lucid dream, so when I woke up, it was like, just like, boom. I was right back in the room, in my body, normal. The room looked normal. I'm laying on my side, just like I was in the dream. And I'm going, oh, that was interesting. Like other times from the state, it was very fast, no grogginess at all, like a light switch went on. I was still on my side. The normal room was back. It was morning, so there's light coming in the room from the drapes and the windows. The alien and the green walls were gone. I could only think, wow, for a few minutes, parsing out the event in my head. I had to consider that one of my guides might be an alien entity, if the word alien even applies in this situation. Also, I figure the hand must be significant for the identification of the race or entity type. You can bet I will consider carefully any information I am given if I perceive it came from that direction. So a number of paranormal adventures happened in the house. This was just one of them.